and drastically increase sexual pleasure and satisfaction. And so you can see how this can change your sex life forever. Hello, today we will be talking about this lubricant. This helps to make things smoother and to grease and lubricate moving parts. No, I'm not talking about cars or engines or machines. I'm talking about your sexual engine. I'm talking about your sexual organs, and I'm talking about lubricating and making the sexual intercourse process smoother. And honestly, this is a game changer for many couples. It changes everything. And this is because lubricants, on one hand, do not only help to reduce or even eliminate pain, but also to increase sensation and drastically increase sexual pleasure and satisfaction. And so you can see how this can change your sex life forever. And if you stick with me to the end of this video, you will learn everything that you want to know and that you need to know about lubricants, from the types of lubricants to when you should use lubricants and when you shouldn't use lubricants, the pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages of the different kinds of lubricants, and practically how to use lubricants to decrease pain or remove pain completely and increase sensation or increase pleasure drastically, and so you can enjoy your sex life. So do well to hit the like button because you're going to like this video. Sex is not supposed to be painful. If there's pain during sex, there's something wrong. It is a sign that there is a problem. Sex is supposed to be pleasurable and not painful. There are different things that could cause painful sex, and I've done several videos on the different causes and treatment for painful sex, so check the description section below or the cards above when you're done watching this video so you can have access to those videos. But one of the major causes of painful sex is vaginal dryness, and vaginal dryness simply means that the vagina is not moist, wet or lubricated enough, and because of that there's friction. And again, there are several things that could cause this vaginal dryness. There are some ladies that are typically naturally like that. No matter how aroused, sexually aroused, no matter how much they want sex, they don't ever get wet enough for painless sex. That is their makeup. And for those kind of ladies, lubricants come in very, very handy. Apart from that, as you age, some of the hormones and the chemicals that help to release mucus and some of those secretions may reduce, and because the chemicals reduce, some ladies find it very difficult to get wet as they get older. Also, things like vaginismus can cause dyspareunia, and this is usually due to maybe the fear of the penis or some psychological problems, or their mindset about sex that could affect their body, and so their body closes up and doesn't relax enough to be wet enough and open enough for painless sex. Apart from that, we have things like infections that could also cause vaginal dryness. But no matter what the case is, lubricants come in very, very handy, and they could change the whole game drastically. Now, there are different kinds of lubricants, but basically we have two types. We have water-based lubricants and silicone-based lubricants. Some persons add some other classes like oil-based lubricants and some homemade lubricants, and then some other specialized lubricants. Don't worry, we'll talk about all of these in this video, the pros and the cons, and which you should choose. First, let's talk about water-based lubricants. Water-based lubricants are water-based. Because of that, they can be used in almost every situation because it is water-based, and so you can use it with condoms, with sex toys, different scenarios. But the downside here is that water-based lubricant, because it's water-based, dries up quickly, and so you may have to apply it frequently from time to time because it dries up quickly because it is water-based. The second one that we'll discuss here is silicone-based lubricants, and these are powerful because they can last very long, they're oily and greasy, and they don't dry up easily, so you might not need to put it frequently. However, the downside here is that you might not be able to use it for some silicone sex toys, but it is very great for things like bathroom sex, and because it doesn't dry up easily, even when there's water, it stays there and makes everything beautiful. However, silicone based lubricants might not be ideal when you're using condoms because it can affect the integrity of the condom and affect it. It might break, it might tear, and it might become even porous. If you are using condoms or you are using silicone sex toys, it will be best if you use water-based lubricants. However, if you are not using condoms or you are not using silicone toys, then silicone-based lubricant will be best because it doesn't dry up quickly and you don't need to reapply it frequently and from time to time. And it is greasier and smoother, and and by the way, if you're finding this video very helpful, do well to hit the like button right now, and I'll deeply appreciate. Hit the like button right now, and I'll deeply appreciate. And now, oil-based lubricants are usually based on oils. They are not ideal. There's risk for infections. It could degrade things like condoms, and so they are usually not advisable. But some persons use these, and some persons even make it in their homes. So with using olive oil, using coconut oil, aloe vera gel, and so on, and so using homemade oils, home products as lubricants. Some persons improvise with Vaseline and with butter and even with saliva. These are not ideal, and some persons may react with them with allergy, with infections, but others are good to go. But the experience will not be as great as using a manufactured lubricant. And now there are some specialized and special lubricants. Like what we have here is a flavored lubricant. So it says smooth strawberry flavored. And so we have flavored lubricant, especially for the aroma that comes in when you rub it. Apart from that, some persons who practice oral sex will find this very, very tasty. So we have flavored lubricants. It can be chocolate, it can be mint, it can be strawberry like this, and so on. Apart from that, another special kind of lubricant are desensitizing lubricants. So this will help you to last longer in bed because they have chemicals that desensitize the whole process and makes the guy not to be overly excited, reducing the sensation, penile sensation, and so the person can last longer in bed. And so this is ideal. This kind of lubricant not only lubricates things but desensitizes things, and so makes the guy who has problem with premature ejaculation to overcome that and last longer in bed. So it's like killing two birds with one stone. We also have arousal lubes or arousal lubricants, and these will help to stimulate things. So people with low libido and people with erectile dysfunction, weak erection. So we have things that are similar to Viagra in chemical forms in the lubricants that will not only lubricate things but also, energize and sensitize things and also arouse him. So it will help with people with weak erection. So they are not only getting lubrication but they are getting excitation and sensitization, and will help them to achieve and maintain good erection. So we have arousal lubes. We also have moisturizing lubricants. These not only lubricate but also moisturizes. So they help to heal and nurture and nourish the tissues. Ordinarily, the lubricants will stay on the surface, but these ones go deeper into the tissues to nourish the penile and the vaginal tissues and help to nourish them and heal them and nurture them. And so this is another special kind of lubricant. Can people trying to conceive, maybe people having issues with subfertility or infertility, can they use lubricants? The simple answer is lubricants are not advisable for people trying to conceive, and this is because of some of the chemicals that could affect sperm quality. Let me quickly read these that I have from a review. While most lubricants don't contain spermicides anymore, many contain ingredients like petroleum, propylene, glycol, glycerin, parabens, silicone. All of these ingredients can affect sperm motility, sperm movement. They also can decrease the viability, like the health and vitality of the sperm. It doesn't only affect movement, it also affects viability. So if you are trying to conceive, as much as possible, stay off every form of lubricant, even though there are some specialized lubricants that are said to be made for people trying to conceive. They might not be easy to find. So I just thought it wise for you to know this. Also, I want to state here that if you are using lubricants and you observe that with the use of the lubricant you start having infection, vaginal infections, you start having some kind of allergy, itching, discharge, some rashes and stuff like that, please stop and change the type. So if you're using a water-based lubricant, try and change to a silicone-based or try other forms of lubricants, because there are some components in them that some persons react to, right? Even for water-based lubricants, they contain some of these chemicals here and there that some ladies respond or react to. So while you are using a lubricant, observe yourself for allergy, for reactions, for infections, and so on. Now, how do you use lubricants to get the maximum effect, maximum pain reduction, and pleasure enhancement? First, it is best that you and your partner rub it everywhere. So you are rubbing it on the shaft of the penis, right? And in the vagina opening, and inside the vagina itself. So the male partner is rubbing on the entire shaft of the penis, and the female partner is rubbing on the external part of the vagina and inside the vagina, right? So did you find this video very helpful? Do well to hit the like button and stay subscribed to this YouTube channel, and check the description section below or the cards above for videos related to vaginal lubrication, vagina infection, toilet infection, painful sex to dyspareunia, vaginismus. Check below because I've done extensive videos on all of these topics. Take charge of your health and happiness, and I'll see you in the next one.